Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing? Gentlemen, it is time for a Saturday skin showcase. I understand some of you might have some questions, so if you could please hold it until after the showcase for when we do the 48-hour progress talk. We will be moving on to questions then. So let's just quickly make sure I've got everything started and recorded. Micro, your dance moves ever so elegant. So let's just press record from here on now. Well, hello there everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having an ever so wonderful day. It is time for the Saturday Skin Showcase. Mr. Micro dancing ever so elegantly. Look at him go. Oh. Yes, keep it going. Oh. Yes, keep it going. So, how about we get started? Mr. Micro, I might have to tell you to turn the lights off and behave, because now we have to show off some skins, some sets, if you will. So, first of all, let's just quickly move over to this section right over here. So, hello people, how you all doing? I would like to first bring up the current progress that we can see with the Rust store. Got a nice image right here. And as we can see, Blackout SAR is in the lead with Camouflage literally just behind it, proving to be very in demand. We have Knight's Templar kind of wedged between with the Molten Visage right in the middle of it, like a sandwich I guess you could say. The boots are doing fairly alright with black gold, as you can see just over here. Pixel seems to be sort of unnoticed. It's doing rather well after 48 hours, but maybe that could also be a great benefit. Azul Boots, well, it's a fairly old set, but it's still doing alright. And of course, down here, the sheet metal door that you probably can't see properly, but you can still see the numbers. Yep, I'm only covering the bit with the marketplace and whatnot. So, let's close that. And let's go start talking to Mr. Micro. Mr. Micro, how are you doing, good sir?
Well, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. I see you're dancing your heart out over there. But we are the showcasemen. We are the... Oh, I've made it night time. Actually, it's fairly... very luminescent at night. But we must behave. No more time for relaxing. Good sir. We have skins to show off, don't we? Or rather, first of all, what I wanted to quickly point out is earlier this week I suggested the idea of doing bingo cards, wish lists for what we thought might be coming out for the complete the sets. Mr. TGG made a list of around 115 skins, and there was quite a lot to pick from. We decided, maybe we could have some fun and just make a wish list of what we could potentially see. So how about we go see a nice gallery of people's wishes. So, Mr. Micro, let's go swim! Right with the fishes. Look at you. So elegant in the water.
I'm a champion swimmer.
Indeed you are. Oh, it's all foggy now. Didn't bring goggles. How come you didn't give me a pair of sunglasses?
You gotta be cool.
Ooh, he's one with the fishes now. I can't see him anymore. So, let's just get all through here. And hello, chat. How are we all doing? Is everybody having a lovely day? I need to ask you a lot of opinions today in regards to all of these skins that we're seeing. So, if we could just get that last... How have you managed to be faster than me?
It's the glasses. They're swim goggles. not like the actual scuba ones, but just like sunglasses, you know.
So here we are with the first bingo card made by Mr. I believe this was Mr. 9. He put a lot of heart into it. He really did think we were going to see a whole bunch of clothing and armor skins being accepted. Not many weapons on this, is there? Just the pump shotgun. Not a bad shout, though, because we haven't had a pump shotgun skin in over a year. And they are popping off quite well recently, aren't they, Mr. Micro? There's a certain YouTuber that's really showing off the slug buff and showing off how well they're doing at the moment. So all the skins have been going up in price. But, of course, that wasn't accepted, was it? I see that you got some deployable skins here and there with the camouflage. Fingers crossed we do see some more camouflage skins, but everything that I see here, none of them got accepted. So unfortunately, Mr. 9 probably wasn't the best of choices. Any opinions, Mr. Micro?
It was a good try. Definitely some potential candidates there, but
so
you chose poorly.
And yes, you are correct, Mr. Voltu. It is Sleth. He's been doing a very good job of showing off all the pump shotguns talents and showing off all the skins. So loads of people have been buying those out recently. And now we shall move over to the second bingo card, that being Mr. Mr. Pumpkins. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. I don't like this one that much. I have my reasons, but Mr. Pumpkin was a bit more. He was a bit more wiser in approaching this because he thought, well, we're probably not going to be having tons of clothing and armor skins being accepted, or well, technically there was, and that's a funny thing to mention because with this roster rotation that we've had, 9 out of 12 skins were, of course, clothing and armor. We got multiple sets. We got clothing. We got a tier 2 set. We got a tier 3 set, and we got some extra pairs of boots. So that's nice. But that leads me to consider, and Mr. Micro also suggested it to me, we might see next week, maybe not being a full-fledged complete the sets, or it could very well be, but maybe we could see a deployables, weapons, and tools complete the sets as a week 2, maybe next week, or maybe just like a 50-50. If you recall last year, as we said, week 2 of the complete the sets last year, 1 week was full on old skins, but the week after was only 50% old skins and then 50% early and typical skins. That could very well happen. We could still see plenty more deployable and weapon and tool skins. But yep, with everything I see here, you got the Cow Moo Flage correct, you got the Knights Templar correct. Wishful thinking on that table, I really did want to see that too. You did get a very nice range. Also, hammer. We didn't see a hammer skin. There was a lot of them, and we haven't had a hammer skin in almost a year. You did get right with the Blackout SAR, and 3 fridges, but no fridge at all. That's very unfortunate. Pumpkin, you did a very nice job here. I just don't like this image that you made of me. What is this? Oh. Stop laughing, Micro. I know you are.
You know, the more you learn and the more knowledge you gain, your head just continues to grow and grow. And pretty soon you're going to need to turn your webcam sideways for portrait orientation just to fit that melon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Micro. But we saved the best for last. The visionary. The dreamer. The perfect wish list. Yes, you can smirk all you want, Micro, but this man, he fought well and hard. He thought, I got to pray very hard for the things I want and then they will appear. For that is Mr. Caprazoppa's bingo card. And let's go take a look at that. He happened to really want the Berserker cloak.
He was visualizing really hard. I really appreciate that there. Wants it. He was focused. He had his sights set firmly on his goal. Aspirational.
Truly, we should all be like Mr. Capra. Never giving in. Never giving up. I don't care if it doesn't look like a proper jacket. He wants it. So, unfortunately, we did worry about this before. This just doesn't look like a jacket and it can be deceiving. So the reason why that wasn't accepted is most likely due to that. So it is a bit unfortunate. And yes, I'm seeing people from the chat. They live. TGG did mention in his most recent video that he has been contacting Facepunch in regards to potentially seeing or whether we are going to see more old skins next week. We'll see. But we thought best to just point that out. And that is that. So, how about we stop relaxing, Mr. Micro? And how about we take a trip over to where we're going to be showcasing all of these skins? How far away is it, actually?
It's around the corner. Just down the street a little bit, really.
Are you driving? I can sit myself here.
You want to drive? It's up to you.
All right.
You want to sit back? Okay.
Do it that way. So, I guess we might be here for a while. No, oh, where are you going? You going?
Both sit in the back.
How? Do you really want me to drive?
Can you drive?
I don't know. I'm worried. How do I move?
Give it a whirl. Just give it a try.
There we go. Right. Yes. Yes.
Stay on
Wait,
the-
Right, I'm almost there. Right, that was a fun ride. Right.
Parking.
Yeah, remember where we parked? Oh, I can't get out. I'm actually trapped. Right, I can parallel park. Yep. There we go. Right, let's get out. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Perfect job.
I feel like I've deserved a pat on the back for my efforts there. So.
You do. You do. Here, let me get that for you.
Ow, 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 ow. Right, so shall we walk straight into the deployables of this Complete the Sets 2022? We have over here 2 door skins, but let's focus the wood door first. So let's make it nighttime, because as we can see, the Molten Visage wooden door. Now, we did show this off about 3 months ago, didn't we? So let's just get a nice look at you over in the nighttime. Can you open it, Mr. Micro?
Sure.
Interaction. My God. And we'll do it in the dawn. Yes, look at that. Candy floss skies. A disco in the middle of the water. Looking very nice. Chat, this is the most expensive skin of the week. And that took me by surprise. Like, I thought Complete the Sets was going to probably have a bunch of fairly older skins that would be fairly pricey as well and whatnot. But, yeah, that proved to be the most expensive skin at, what, it's $3? Yeah, this is $3. Oh, I accidentally hit that as well. So, a nice looking door, but wood door skins haven't been the best of investments all of this year, unfortunately. Mr. Micro went right behind you. I do appreciate it though. Molten Visage has been a very nice set for all of its deployables so far this year. I did happen to like the drop my egg on the sleeping bag version. But yeah, that's a very nice door, very nice visual. Do you have any opinions, Mr. Micro?
It fits the set. I think he continued the theme and the appearance and the cosmetic styling pretty well. So as far as continuity with the rest of the set, I think it's pretty well done.
But unfortunately, in terms of finances, I do worry for it. And at such a higher price, oof, yeah. Remember the
Something we'll have to keep our eyes on.
Remember,
as we've.
Go on, you can finish. Sorry. All right.
Well, just performance of wood doors in general is, you can see for yourself if you look on SCMM how the recent wood doors have performed. So keep that in mind. But on the other hand, this one's priced a little bit higher price point, so there may be less jumping in. And we have a bit bigger store this week, so people's funds are now split across a greater number of skins, so this may see proportionally less interest. So it may be one of those sleeper things in the end.
One of the best things I can compare this to is, do you remember the I'm Friendly glow-in-the-dark wooden door that we showed off about 2-3 months ago as well? That was quite far back. That proved to not be a very good investment. We thought it looked cool. We thought it looked fairly funny, but that doesn't equal great investment. So, we see it happen. It's a lesson learned. And from what we've seen in the past year, wood door skins, whilst we've seen a lot of them, I don't think we've seen a single one of them go above their rust door price. And all of them have gone down. So, it's unfortunate, but I do hope this does well. It's a very nice looking wood door, but how during the lifespan of your base, how long are you even using wooden doors for? Role players are a bit different, but in proper rust, Mr. Micro, it's just not used that much, is it?
It's used at the start of your wipe. So I mean, I guess if you're someone who likes the continuity of having all of their doors match as they build out their base, maybe they'll have wood doors on their 1x1 or their 1x2, and then first thing they'll do is probably make a sheet metal door, at least for the TC, and maybe they'll leave a wood door until they get a second sheet metal door. It's not very long lived and throughout the whole gameplay cycle, but if you have that coherence, if you really value that, if you have your Molten Visage boxes and your Molten Visage uh, other articles, you got to have the wood door. You got to have it to complete the set. So
sounds good.
you'll use it for a few days, and then you'll own it proudly and look at it in your inventory and smile every time you see it.
I mean, there's also role players as well, There are different types of servers out there. It's not just regular Rust. You also have modded Rust. You have PvE. It's all out there. And, some servers are obviously going to be more popular than others, but sometimes you've got to take what you have, You probably can't afford a sheet metal door immediately, so, it's if you're going to use a door for a brief time, you better enjoy it, so...
And it's nice that it glows too.
Yes, that is a helpful feature that a lot of people do appreciate. Now, Mr. Micro, talking of doors, we have another one. That was a weird segue. We already mentioned it, but it's here. Yes, this is the Dead Souls metal door. Now, again, we've seen a lot of sheet metal doors this year, haven't we? And we've been a fair bit oversaturated with them. It's becoming a bit of a problem. I can see the back of my neck. Now I can see right in front of the door. Sorry about that. So, it's a rad looking design. It's very interesting in terms of the style of it. This collection hasn't been the best of investments, unfortunately. We had a wood door. What else have we had? We've had a sleeping bag. We've seen some other skins that the creator has attempted. And I am happy that he's got some more things accepted and whatnot. But when I first saw this, I thought, oh, sweet, is that a double door? Is that a double sheet metal door? No. No double sheet metal door. We are getting... I mentioned this when I first saw this Rust door rotation. We have got the same items again. Sheet metal door, wooden door, SAR. We didn't see anything different. I didn't see my table. I didn't see my hammer. I didn't see my rock. The things I was actually looking forward to. But no, we're going to stick with the same things. Speaking financially, I don't think this store's going to do very well. You can even see that there isn't that much demand. I showed you at the very beginning, the sheet metal door is all the way at the bottom. There's many other things in this Rust door rotation this week, and all of the other things are getting all the attention. That's being neglected. Now, in contrast, the skin that doesn't get that much attention, doesn't get that much sales, which could also mean it could potentially, in the long term, be very profitable. But we do need to see some more skins for this collection, don't we, Mr. Micro? And maybe later we'll have something to show for that. So, with that out of the way, Mr. Micro, how about we bring out the big guns? So, the SAR, the Blackout SAR. And look at that, an ever so lovely looking red tip. But the very second I saw this, I did make mention that, well, hang on a minute, we very recently just had the Nightwatch SAR. And the finances of that are quite interesting because the very second that the Blackout SAR came out, it looks like everybody sold their Nightwatch SAR skins and then pushed towards getting a Blackout. But we also have, and I did mention that as well, the OPS SAR. So this skin came out like 2 years ago and it wasn't accepted. But we did see the appearance of the OPS SAR. So again, in most environments, that big green aim sight is going to help out quite a lot. Hello. So we got that. But most recently, of course, we had the Nightwatch SAR. We showed it off. It does have a red tip, but that red tip isn't super visual. You can't see that super easily, can you? But you know what you can see super easily? This right there. So this being part of a beloved and super in demand set, mind you, there's a reason why Blackout is very expensive. It's getting all the love, and people are now dumping their Nightwatch SARs to get this instead. Because the Nightwatch SAR, before this came out, was 20% positive from its Rust door price. Before this came out. The very second this appears, people dump. I believe now, right now, it's down 20%. So we can compare it with the likes of the Nightwatch SAR in terms of sales, but I think the best thing to compare to is 100% the OPS SAR. So the OPS SAR has been around for around just over 2 years now, if I'm correct, around that. It sold for $2.49, I believe, around that price. And basically, it's only gone up to $3.50 in 2 years' time. Over 31,000 of these were bought. This is the best skin to compare to with the Blackout SAR. So if we're going to judge about what's likely going to happen with this, just take a look at the history that the OPS SAR had. Because all of the Blackout users were using the OPS SAR because we never got the Blackout SAR. So, Mr. Micro, how about you strike a pose? And we'll get a nice quick look at you over there. So let's just go... Ta-da. Oh, how about we make it ever so nice. Oh, look at that, chat. What a lovely looking man that is. Sorry. We'll get a nice good look at that. Oh, how about we make it nighttime? Oh, so nice. Mr. Micro, how about you walk backwards so we can see you in the dark? Ah, I thought you were going to fall in the water. I thought you were going to fall in the water. I thought I could trick you. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I had you there. All right, so how about we get to the side, get a nice look. If you could turn to your right, Mr. Micro, I want to see that to the other side. Oh, yes. Blackout. Nice, simple design. No issues there. All very good. Oh, fucking Micro. Right, and then looking very sharp as always. So nice hat, by the way. Looks very.
I got it from a friend.
Ah, let's get a good look at that from above. Looking good. Looking good. So Blackout SAR, how's it going to do in the short term? We need to see how many sell. That's the main thing. But at the moment, there is clearly a lot of demand. It's the most bought skin so far this week. But we need to see what we end up at. After 2 days, it's sold quite a lot, but I don't think we're going to see an excess amount. And SAR skins don't tend to be too bad over time. They tend to at least hold their price. So we'll talk about that in the 48-hour progress, and we'll go through all the details in regards to that. And with that, Mr. Micro, how about I quickly go back over to myself, shoot this real quickly. Very, very nice. Nice reload. One more quick look. Very good. How about I just quickly shoot this as well? OPS SAR. Because if the Blackout SAR gets too expensive, maybe you want to use the OPS SAR instead. Cool. So, chat, have you... Did anybody here... Did anybody here have a Nightwatch SAR? See this appear and think, I've got to sell my Nightwatch SAR. I've got to get the Blackout instead. I've got to get the Blackout. Did anybody do that? I see you've got a whole bunch of newer people coming in. Hello, people. How you all doing? What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's going to be doing all right in the short term? Do you reckon it's going to flourish in the long term? Any predictors? Yeah, Corium seems to be happy with it. Long term 100%, Mr. 9. I look forward to it. I think it'll do well, but I am worried about the amount that's sold. Short term, it could go below its restore price. Yes, you are correct. We've seen this happen many times before. But post-Christmas, regardless, I think it'll do all right. So, Mr. Micro, how about we start showing off all of the clothing and armour skins? Shall we start off with what you're wearing right there? Mr. Mountain Man. Oh, yeah, indeed you are. Let's get a quick look at you. Looking very nice. Now, I was a bit worried in regards to this orange, because when I first looked at this, I initially assumed, maybe that's going to stand out too much, or maybe it being like mostly brown could be good camouflage. How about you strike a pose in the perfect position over there, Mr. Micro? Let's go. Strike a pose. Candy floss skies. Hello, Mr. Mountain Man. Okay. It's looking very... Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to close the curtain on you just yet. Let's get to the side. Let's get a nice zoom out. Twirl around. So, the orange does kind of stand out a lot, and it seems to reflect in the light quite a bit. So that could be a problem. But it isn't glow in the dark. If you could stand in the... walk backwards, Mr. Micro. Yeah, it's not glow in the dark. So we're just going to point that out. It's definitely not the glow in the dark version. But as he approaches the light, if you can, Mr. Micro, the orange tends to light up very quickly. So do keep in mind with that. Do you have any opinions, Mr. Micro?
I think it's cool. It's cute design. And the orange does stand out. It is very attention grabbing. But I think in a grassy environment, because let's face it, you're probably thinking of this being used in a grassy biome or on the edge of the desert, maybe. There's a lot of visual clutter, and that little highlight might actually end up helping you blend in a weird way, just because it's not a shape or distinct form that stands out. So your eye doesn't necessarily pick up on it. Yes, it picks up on the bright color, but if you're just scanning around and it's a bright day outside, you're looking at just a little column of pixels there, and it's almost like you might not pick up on that as being a person necessarily if you were crouched in a bush or whatever. So we'll take a peek at that in a minute, maybe, and then
Yeah, we really should do
make
that.
a judgment on that.
But one thing I wanted to point out is it's a gimmick, isn't it? Like we've just very recently had low poly. We've very recently just started off with JPEG. Now we've got this, and whilst they're not exactly the same, personally I would attribute that JPEG and low poly are more similar to each other. This is still a gimmick skin. Less about the colour, more about the design of it. So low poly was all like sharp edges and whatnot. JPEG, kind of colourful, but it's meant to look like Borderlands style. I keep forgetting the name of it. What is the name of the style that's Borderlands? Cell shading! That's it. But this... voxels, I guess you could say. Is that what you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. So, Mr. Minecraft Man, that's a very nice kit.
He did nail the Minecraft colors. He absolutely
definitely did a good job of it. I do like it. I'm just with the numbers that I'm seeing for it at the moment. So let's talk about that real quickly. This is actually the beginning of the Pixel Armour and Clothing set, made by Mr. Divadan. Divadan, at the moment, I did point this out, Divadan is also a TF2 creator, so I can't guarantee that we'll be seeing some Pixel Armour skins immediately. Let's just point that out. But potentially, we might see some Armour skins. Maybe next week, maybe another week later or so. But we finally got some Armour and Clothing skins. We got JPEG, and now we got Pixel. Maybe we'll see some more. So on the horizon now, we are looking forward to Black Gold Tier 2 still. We're looking forward to JPEG Tier 3, which we've seen on the workshop. And trust me, we'll show that off in a bit. And now we've got this. We've got Pixel, and we can speculate that we'll potentially see Pixel Armour in the future. But we can't anticipate until we actually see it in the workshop. Much like with JPEG Tier 3, now it's on the workshop. Now we can anticipate it appearing. And people have already started putting buy orders down on the JPEG kilt, for example. So... Mr. Micro, with that out of the way, how about we show off the Cow Moo Flage? Yeah, I had to think about it before I said it because it's hard to say quickly. Cow Moo Flage, Cow Moo Flage, Moo, Moo. Come on. I'm just trying to communicate. Yes, this is what we've become.
That sounds cows make.
Yes. Okay, so, Camouflage. This is a bit of a silly one to be accepted. I was expecting this in terms of... I was anticipating either Toy Collection or Camouflage. Camouflage came out quite some time back. We're definitely talking over a year, right? Oh, he's got all of it. Is this your secret collection, Mr. Micro?
I am the proud owner of the full head-to-toe cow setup. Big believer in its camouflage properties.
Yes, nice udders.
Well, you're supposed to have the sensor on, the blur. Doesn't the blur work on here?
I didn't know it was supposed to be blurred.
It's okay if it's a cow.
Yeah, maybe it's okay because it's a cow. Well done, Mr. Micro. Well done. In the night time. Yes, laugh. Oh. So here we are. That is looking very nice in the light. How about you walk into the darkness and then walk into light? How quick do you reflect light? Oh, actually, yeah, the white does reflect fairly quickly. Slowly, yeah. So it's definitely going to be reflecting light a bit. Maybe. Am I being a bit too judgmental? Yeah.
You have to you have to take into consideration all of its properties.
Oh.
Maybe you're trading some visibility for, in different lighting conditions for some blending in and disrupting your outline in other conditions. So it's a gives you an option for a play style, for a strategy. I think it's cool.
Yeah. And we welcome it, we welcome it. We welcome profiting from it. How expensive did everything just get? So, the reactionary nature of the Rust economy. That Tier 2 completed the Camouflage set. Let's just make it day. And with the appearance of the Tier 2, everybody jumped in and bought out all of the Tier 3 armour. Everybody jumped in and started to slowly buy out the clothing. Now, the reason why people were fairly slow on the clothing was because, and I showed it on stream, I showed it in the Rust orientation, it was already selling for around $15 each. It was already expensive. Doesn't matter. People jumped in again. People jumped in, they bought it out, and they went mad. So prices got very expensive, and, well, you already owned it, right? Or did you happen to buy it now?
I did. I want to give a shout out to my friends who called me crazy because I bought this when it first came out. They were haters, and there was lots of people actually making fun of it, clowning on this set. But look where it is now.
Yes, and Archivore, you just mentioned the Templar, because it wasn't just the Cow set that flourished very nicely. Templar Knights collection went insane, all because we finally got the Tier 3. So, Mr. Micro, show your righteous self. Equip yourself in the ever so lovely armour, Mr. Paladin Micro.
Very quickly, I'll just show the set with Tier 3. Because the kilt really comes in to flesh this out. We've had the hoodie pants, we've had the Tier 3 stuff, but now we have the legs. It's just so much better. It's like a viable full Tier 3 set now.
Yes, we'll do it at night time as well.
Imagine having a clan roll up on you dressed like cows. Imagine getting raided by cows with rocket launchers. That's what I want to see in Rust. That's my vision for the perfect raid. That and an egg suits. Cows versus egg suits. A whole dairy theme.
You have a tail.
Yes, I. You want me to see me wiggle it?
No. Let's just remind ourselves about the censorship. No, stop it. Okay, please, just make yourself a knight. I need a hero. Alright, let's get you back up to pace. Let's turn yourself into a righteous knight, not a cow with a tail, please. Come on. So, what appeared? Knights Templar. And with the appearance of the Knights Templar armour, the Tier 3, everybody went fairly crazy with the skins. Now, some people did do some anticipation purchases, didn't they? We did notice that. Some people had bought in on the clothing because it wasn't that expensive. Last year when this came out, it was fairly popular. But that came out a year ago. And as time went on, it did kind of lose its... what's the word I'm trying to say? Popularity? It kind of came in like a... Appeal, yeah. It kind of came in like a fad. You look really good there. I've got to say that. That's actually some very good armour. The chainmail, and that looks really nice. I've never actually given it a good, proper look.
Together really well.
Because I've also seen his AK, Johnny Oldboy, correct? The creator. He made a very nice looking AK. It's not super flashy, but he's got the Templar symbol there on the AK and everything as well. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Mr. Perilous Outlaw. How are you doing? So, gents, is this an armor set that you'd like to invest into? Because good luck, it's expensive now. The kilt went up to $10 at one point. The hoodie went up to about $8. I think it's still $8. Oh, what do we have right here? He equips his righteous weapon to oh, there we go. Perfect. Ooh, what do we have over here? The Crusader with his AK-47, here to quash out the sin of the land with his mighty bullets. We do need this in Rust, don't we? We do need to sort out some very naughty bandits and whatnot. So, I did need a hero, and he's well equipped. So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go too into that.
I think it looks really good.
Right.
I'm glad we got this set filled out.
I just need to make sure you don't have a tail still. No, he is pure. He is pure of tail. Good. Right, Mr. Micro. Thank you for bringing it out. I think that's a good shout. Let's just get one more look during the day. Let's just zoom out. Yeah, looking very nice. And yeah, so let's just go through all of this. The pants went up to $4, maybe a bit more. The hoodie's gone up to about $8 to $9 at one point. The kilt went up to about $10. Now the vest and the coffee can, they went up to about $3. But remember, people don't care too much about them too much because, as you can see, Mr. Micro's wearing the full optimal loadout. Kilt, tier 3, hoodie and pants. The vest and the coffee can just aren't as in demand, and that happens with every other collection. We've mentioned this all before. These are the core pieces, and these are the pieces that usually jump up in price when more core pieces appear. And in this aspect, because the tier 3 appeared, the kilt and the clothing jumped up in price insanely. It got a whole lot more demand because suddenly everybody was like, oh damn, that's finally complete. I like complete sets. I want to run around as a knight and attack people with a sword. A katana, friend. That's going to look so out of place. Knights running around with a katana. But yeah, it's probably going to be popular again. And will it hold? That's the thing. Will the prices hold? That's for the 48-hour progress video. Keep an eye out for that because we'll be talking for about 20 minutes, going over exactly what happened and foreseeing whether it's going to be all right. So, Mr. Micro, that is all of the skins of the week. But you kind of implied that you wanted to do a little bit extra. We
have some footwear to show as well.
Oh yes! Oh my! I almost forgot, like everybody else did, gentlemen.
You did forget.
No.
But I remembered.
No, I'm incredibly well talented in acting.
You giving me the opportunity to bring his.
Don't take your clothes off, Micro.
I thought we were gonna fight. That's all.
Tuck that tail back in. Anyway, the Azul. I was segueing into the Azul. So I did actually forget. So the Azul. So the Azul. We kind of did imply that we wouldn't be surprised if this gets accepted because last year the gloves just were randomly accepted. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but we're like, you know what? This would actually complete the Azul collection as a whole. Well, there you go. It got accepted. It's not the most in-demand pair of boots right now, but Mr. Micro, you do be looking rather nice in those blue booties.
Fresh kicks.
Yes. So, looking very nice. It's nice to see the Azul collection get properly completed and whatnot, but boots aren't going to change anything. So if you're wondering, oh, is the Azul collection going up in price now? I haven't checked, actually. We could take a look at that later with the 48-hour progress, but boots aren't, it's not going to change the core pieces. The core pieces are usually what matters most. I had a lot of people talking to me earlier this week, will a whiteout jacket have an impact on the whiteout set? Will a Forest Raiders jacket have an impact on the Forest Raiders set? It might get more people potentially using the collection more, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get bought out more. But regardless, it's a nice pair of boots from a... Oh, what are we seeing here? You slowly getting it all out. All right, I'll wait for you. Yes, why don't we look at it at night time?
Don't wait too long because we're just doing hoodie pants.
Yeah, that's fine. Looking very good. How about you walk into the water and then walk back out? Let's just see. Does it reflect?
Well, man.
No.
I can only go ankle deep. That's as best I can do.
Okay. Yeah, and then walk slowly forward. Fairly good camouflage. I did talk about this fairly recently. Do people actually want to use blue sets? We were talking about Skullkiller, for example. Maybe we'll see more people using Azul and Skullkiller from here on now. But we got the boots. We're happy. How about we take a look at the other pair of boots, Mr. Micro? The black gold booties. So this is actually technically a version 2, isn't it? We saw these ages ago, and the original version had a big fat toe, like a big fat toe of gold, didn't it? And I think, did the creator say he didn't like it, or did he get feedback to say he didn't like it? They didn't
To
like
be
it.
honest, I'm not sure if he gave a reason why he reworked it, but I think once the set developed, I think he sort of felt that it had a little too much gold. Like the toe cap is a really visible thing if you're wearing long pants. Of course I put on my shorts so I could show them off. But if I'm wearing long pants, what you see mostly when you're looking at a person is their toes. So them being fully decked out in gold, it may have been a little too much. So I think he did a great job in reducing the amount of gold, but still keeping it like that black and gold concept. It fits with the rest of the set. He's got all the trimmings on there, but it's still that stylish black fabric. I think it looks great.
I think you look great.
I feel good. I feel good today.
So, Mr. Micro, we had a bit of a plan, didn't we? We mentioned it earlier. We kind of wanted to take a look and see if some of these new apparel camouflage well in backgrounds. So, I got my aim sight out. How about you try and make yourself hide in the forest, huh? Come on.
Okay.
I didn't mean to put... I accidentally had it already out, so I thought might as well aim at you. So, shall we go over to here? Is he dropping off supplies?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Little care package, maybe?
Mr. Micro, we have some trees over here and a nice grassy area with a bit of a brown sort of shrub over there. Why don't you kind of move over there and we'll just kind of observe you from a distance. So, here's the thing. During the day, you're most likely going to see anybody regardless. You know, you can sit there and say, oh, but this, oh, but that. But, you know, during the day, that's the best lighting that you're going to get. And, of course, it's going to be a whole lot easier to notice people. From a distance, if you stop walking around in the bush, Mr. Micro, let's just see. Now, let's just go over to me right now. I'm going to run past him. How easy is that to spot? Now, immediately, I do see the orange. I can see the orange. That is fairly noticeable. But what if we made it dawn? And now, because the sky is emitting a nice orangey red glow, he doesn't stand out as much anymore, does he? Can you see that? I can't. So, how about we zoom in on you? Mr. Micro, did you enjoy your new home? How about you jump out? So, how about we get a nice, see a nice visual of you walking between the trees and whatnot? Because you do kind of, the lighting definitely does help you out. The shade really hides you very well. This is definitely the dwelling time. If you're going to run around now. But during the day, you do have to expect being seen. So, yeah. It's still hard to see. I can hear him, but I cannot see him. Where is he? And then, of course, at night time... oh, not that one. Yeah. A lot of people might buy Blackout because they say, oh, it makes me camouflage a whole lot better. I can't see anything regardless. So a lot of people will bring up and say, oh, Blackout's the best nighttime camouflage. Everything is really. It's just when a little bit of light starts appearing and then it becomes a bit of a problem. So very helpful during dusk and dawn. Keep that in mind. Oh, what's the name of the skin? Hyper. That's the Pixel hoodie and pants. Come on, man. You gotta be up to date with everything. That right there could be the next camouflageable, enjoyable collection that we'll see soon. But it only really works during a certain time of day. And during the day, the orange really does stick out. And we've already seen when we did it at night time with the lighting, it reflects light fairly quickly, doesn't it? Now, do remember, there was a glow-in-the-dark version before. There was two versions, wasn't there? Is that correct, Mr. Micro? There was two versions, glow and non-glow.
I believe that's right.
Yes, and they picked the non-glow.
I don't think I would have cared for the glow version of this. It gives off enough highlights as it is.
Well, I think we got a good visual of it. Do you reckon there's any other instance that we could do to show that off, do you reckon? I don't think so.
I could probably go stand over here in the rocks, like up against the wall over here, maybe. Or
chat. Do you happen to have any like ideas of what you might want us to show this in? He's in the naughty corner. He's been very naughty, Mr. Micro. You should not have taken your clothes off in the most inappropriate of times. Now I'm going to shoot you. Yeah, it's during the day. It's going to always be a problem to be trying to hide and whatnot. But during the right time of day, it's very handy. Mr. Micro, we also have
this isn't so much a hiding spot, just more of a spot to see, like,
compare
shadows. Do you stand out visually? I mean, yeah, from 5 feet away, of course you could see me, but like from over on the shoreline, if we were in more of a PvP scenario where you're, maybe not quite that far, but yeah, I mean, if we're, if I'm moving around and you're trying to shoot at me, can you see my outline? Can you see?
I can.
My position. When I go into the bushes, my silhouette becomes a lot less apparent.
Yes, it's definitely helping you out there. That's good. Yes, that's actually very good. But the orange definitely helps you. Doesn't do you any favors. But during dusk,
can you see the orange from over there? I mean, is that really giving anything away?
I got my red tip.
Not knowing where my head is. You can't headshot me if you don't know where my body is oriented. You can't tell where I'm facing or whatnot. It's just hard to get my exact shape and orientation with a set like this.
Very well. So, Pixel Collection hasn't been bought as much compared to most of the other things in the current Rust store. But that could be a blessing in disguise. We could see some more skins in the future. So keep an eye out for it. Now, Mr. Micro, we do have another... You don't have to keep hiding. If you want to hide, how about you put on that other collection that we want to show off? Wait, did you just vanish? Oh my god, it's really good at hiding you. Where did he go? No, seriously, where did he go?
I'm going to go over in the snow, see if you can spot me where I am over there.
Alright, you just tell me when you're ready. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to count this. It's just a joke.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright. Should I look for you, or should I use the zooming around? What do you prefer?
Well, if you were over there right now and you were trying to shoot me, would you know where I was?
No. Oh. Is that a rock? Yeah, I hit ya. So, ow! It was not a game! Well, actually it is, but, alright, that's interesting. What are you wearing over there? Oh, it's the Cow Moo Flage, I think. Yes. So this is actually weirdly very handy in, like, rocky, snowy environments. If you could, like... As I'm a bit closer, Mr. Micro, if you could hide next to the rocks at some point, and I've got to look for you, the render is a bit awkward, but as we get closer, he really does blend well with the rocks and the snow. It's really odd how this works nicely, but you're not always, your eyes, unless you've actually got a good idea someone's there, you're easily going to be fooled, and you're easily not going to notice him in some instances. Mr. Micro, are you ready?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, he's there. Yeah. Oh, man. Don't spare me. Spare me. Ah! But the rocky outcrops seem to be a fairly useful position in the snow. If he just keeps close to the rocks, not everybody's going to immediately notice him. So this is where camouflage is quite literally a camouflage. It's silly. It's a goofy set. But it still is useful. So if you're ever considering looking for an interesting camouflage set, camouflage could very well be the way to go. How about I zoom out a whole lot more? And further, and further, and further. Yes, it gets harder to spot, but closer and closer and closer, I see that red dot. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but it kind of fit there. So yeah, camouflage actually is kind of camouflage. That's the story there. So Pixel was fairly interesting. Camouflage was fairly interesting. That is not a nice looking helicopter over there. Destroy him, my cow. No, that's not good enough.
Gotta greet him.
Bullets won't work. Give him the micro. Give him the milk. Destroy. Go on, do it. Yes, give him the milk. Yes.
Can I ride it?
Destroy. I don't care if he's flying away. I want him gone. Yes. Got milk, bitch. Right, Mr. Micro, we got some workshop skins to... I'm really sorry about that. I thought it'd be... I really wanted you to do it so I could say that line. I really wanted to say it, Mr. Micro. Shall we start with the deployables? Hello, chap. How are we doing? So, what do we have over here? We have a... what is this? Furnace stump. Looks really cool. This is an interesting choice. Looks like it's like carved wood. How about we turn you on? Wait, I've got no wood. Oh, I got no wood. Have you got any spare wood?
There's some wood.
Oh, there you go.
I'll just screw it up.
So...
This new furnace UI is so crazy. It's hard to get used to.
Looks cool. Does look pretty cool. It's got a nice design to it.
So to be clear here, ordinarily we would be talking about continuations of things that are existing sets. You know, we're in an interesting time because this is complete the sets week, but we would ordinarily progress on to a completions or a continuation segment. But I suggested bringing this one in just on artistic merit because I thought this was a pretty standout furnace. Its technical merit, I would say, is a little higher than your average furnace that we've seen lately. So I thought it was cool to show off. And, you know, it's not a set, but if something like this got in, I could easily see that turning into a set. If he can use this stylized wood carving theme on other objects, other items, I think that could end up being super cool if you could make it work. So I just wanted to show that off as something we're really detailed and an excellent example of a sculpting job here.
Mr. Disaster says, turn it on and would tend to go well in a sentence. Thank you, Mr. Disaster. Very nice comment.
That's true. That's accurate. Very nice.
Right, so we've got a continuation. Yep, it's just continuations now, correct? Actually, there is a bit of a special continuation. We'll save that for later. But yeah, we are now on to the continuations. And just last week, we had a very interesting wooden door being accepted. And now we have its continuation, a double wooden door. So this is the manufactured wooden double door, correct? Yep. Mr. Kua, was it Kua who made this? Kua, yes. Am I correct there? He made a satchel.
I believe so.
Yes, I believe so. And yeah.
You know what? Let me just double check. It is Kua, yeah.
Yes. He came to my chat one day. He was very nice. Thank you, Kua. So Kua, I am very happy that you are now trying to attempt to make and get accepted a double door skin, because we don't get many double door skins anymore, do we, Mr. Micro? No matter how financially well they perform, Facepunch just doesn't want to add double door skins anymore. Whether it's wood, sheet metal, double armoured door, I don't know. It's confusing. But for some reason, let's just keep adding single wood doors, single sheet metal doors, single armoured doors. Maybe they have... Here's a good point I wanted to bring up. Maybe they have statistics, and they can track how many entities of single sheet metal doors, single armoured doors, and single wood doors in comparison to the double doors. And maybe maybe the double doors just get used a far lot less compared to all the single doors. Could you agree to that, Mr. Micro?
Absolutely. I would only really use a double wood door. There are actually some uses for it, and I don't know if I should dive too deep into all that right now, but the biggest thing is really just sort of a placeholder for a garage door. So if you're building out a bit larger of a base and you plan on putting a garage door there, you might want to use a wall frame with a double door, and that way you don't have to pick your wall out, to destroy a single door opening just to put a wall frame in. So you start with the wall frame, start with the wood double door, and then you can go on like that. There are actually some trap-based designs built around double doors, and yeah, we won't go into all that. So there are sort of mechanics where you can use a double door for some alternative approaches to things, but in terms of just strictly base layout and confinement of partitioning areas within your base, I think a double door serves mainly as a placeholder for a garage door.
Fair, all good. Fair dues. I do look forward to that potentially being accepted. The last wooden door was the Firefly's wooden double door. Correct, yes. I think there's like 5 or 6 double wooden door skins that exist. It might be 5. Now we move over to this lovely beauty. Now, we actually showed the original version of this Armour door, didn't we, Mr. Micro? Mm-hmm. This being let's just make sure I say it correctly, it's the version 2 of the Aftermath Armour door. So, we saw the garage door being accepted during early July. Yep, that was a very jam-packed week. But what we see here is the version 2. So, initially, it didn't have all the vines all over it and everything, did it? It was... Oh, that lighting looks...
I think it did.
I can't... Go on.
He reworked this to change... he said that he improved the normals and updated the ambient occlusion map. And updated the spec map, too, I think. So, how much he changed, I actually didn't compare the two. I do think it looks better. I think it's mainly the normals that he improved that give it... a bit crisper of a look to it, but you don't technically need to change a whole lot to resubmit it as a V2. And
sometimes,
quite honest, I liked it to begin with, but I like it even more now.
Sometimes other doors just happen to come out that take the attention away from it. So yeah, that is something that can happen. And over to
one sad reality is that we've had quite a few armored doors this year. I think we've had 10. So, will we see the 11th one?
No, I think we're looking forward to our 10th one. Looking forward, right? I think the gold armor door is actually hanging on quite all right, but the builder support probably won't keep it up forever. It's a bit unfortunate, but it's just the way things are at the moment. Far too many armored door skins have come out this year. Too many options too quickly. Tends to be a bit of a problem. Prices go down. But I've talked about that many times in the past. So how about we go back to talking about sheet metal doors? Yay!
You are correct, by the way. The gold armor door was, or the minted gold armor door was the 9th door. So this would make 10. You're right.
Yes, I'm a maniac for skins, Mr. Micro. I've said this like 5 times already this week. People are very fascinated over the fact that I seem to remember when skins come out. Help me.
But when you immerse yourself in the Rust economy the way you have, I mean, you are the Matrix. Right? You're familiar with the fabric of the Steam economy in and out. So
destroy
I'm
him.
not surprised. I have to go take care of this helicopter.
Destroy him.
Get napalm strafed here.
Well, that's not very nice. Why are people trying to stop us from doing the Saturday Skin Showcase? I had such
I think he's mad that we bullied the other helicopter, who's actually not a bully. This guy is. So
let me reference back to something I talked about I think I did a video on this. I talked about so we're in the middle of the graffiti storage collection. That's it. And I saw the furnace door. The furnace door came out in early August. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, okay, what if we had a door collection where each door was for a specific room? So we had the furnace room. And right here, I believe, is the entrance and the exit door, I believe. Let's just quickly make sure of that. This door is called
the airlock door.
Airlock door, so it's the entrance, exit. Yeah. I believe this isn't the only one. There's two versions of this, correct? But this is the one that we have. Does it glow? Indeed it does. If you could turn off the lights, please, Mr. Micro. With the magic of the... There we go. And it does glow. So, the problem with this, though, is... well, what happens if someone's trying to raid you? But, as you said, Mr. Micro...
Use spray can and convert this into the another door.
Yeah, you can always do that. Yeah. But you said... I'd love to just trick people and put the doors in all the wrong places so they. I mean, that certainly is a plan. But like, I remember when I first looked at this, and I thought, what if Face Punch implemented a like a label as a general skin, and you could label every single door, like every single item. You could just put a label down and say, you could put it on your door. You slap it right there. Entrance, exit, furnace, armory, storage, you name it. But again, if someone's raiding you, you're just kind of giving them directions on where to go. Please raid me. Happy room, yay! Yay! Yeah. Ah! You are so evil. Yet again, I'm lit down. There's not happiness here. It's only sadness, depression, and bullets. That's not fun. Ah. Ouch. So, yeah, surely, yeah, that's... Oh, no. We have this over here, don't we? Right. Where are you? Hey! There we go. So we alluded to this earlier, didn't we, Mr. Micro? There is more to the Dead Souls collection. It is the Dead Souls Garage Door. Is this a version 2? I can't remember if we showed one off quite some time back.
I don't think so, no.
But I do like...
Double door.
I do like what I'm immediately seeing here, so it does glow in the dark, as we can see. But he's done a design where it's like a tarp laid over the garage door, and it's like bolted down. And I will give it to him. That looks really cool. Like... It definitely makes itself different in comparison to all of the other garage doors that are literally just like painted on. But that is trying to be different. What are you trying to say, Mr. Micro?
You're right. This is a V2.
Yeah, I swear we saw a door, the garage door, much like this. It was like literally just the metal painted, the paint over the metal and whatnot. But yeah, like...
I used my double door here. That was a placeholder for the garage door.
Okay, and we'll look over...
This is the OG Dead Souls garage.
Admire the design that we see here. Look at it glow at the night time. Now we'll look at the original. Yeah, that's exactly what I remembered. It was like layered metal, and there's nothing wrong with it. But the design that I see over here, very, very nice. I feel like that's like a real nice design. Like maybe these bandits, they don't have access to paint, but they definitely do have some nice rags to attach to the things there. So yeah, no, I like that a lot. It's cool. That's a design that stands out to me and makes yourself, as a creator, you've done a good job to make it more unique compared to all the other skins. So that's a positive in my eyes. That's looking good. So, Mr. Micro, I don't think we have any other doors to show off. I can't see any other doors. I think we're all done with the doors. Do you happen to see any other doors, Mr. Micro? I don't see any other door. Oh, wait,
there's. I'm feeling a little chill.
Yeah.
Feeling a little.
Well, you did put us right next to the snow. So what do we have over here? Ooh, comfy. Well, what do we have over here? Ooh, it's so comfy. What do we have over here? The Arctic Camouflage sheet metal door. So, I was crossing my fingers, and I was hoping to see the appearance of the camo garage door for the complete the sets. I thought Camouflage collection could have been a nice collection to get noticed for complete the sets. Unfortunately, it wasn't accepted. But now we've got the appearance of this. So I'm led to believe we might see the garage door potentially still appear soon and then this appear afterwards, or just this. Regardless, with more things appearing for the Camouflage collection, I'm sure the whole collection will do very nicely still. But I've just got to put an extra bit of effort to talk about this. Mishka did a very good job making this look completely icy with just the tarp put over it. If you could just close it again, Mr. Micro. Thank you very much. In the light, it looks fairly nice. So, how about we do it in dusk? Ooh, that does look nice. So, yeah, here's the problem. With a sheet metal door, we do have a bit of a problem. Because you can't put a rug down in this space. It kind of mucks things up. And if you do manage to get over that space, you then can't go through the door. So it's a bit of a problem. We saw that with the original green camo door and rug. So the same problems apply. And at night, ooh. How about you turn the lights off, Mr. Micro? Let's just get a good visual for that. I can't see a thing. Now, Micro, there is one more thing that we wanted to show off, and that was, how does it look from a distance? So if we start zooming out a bit, if you recall when we talked about the green camo, when you're at a distance and you look at it, it went different coloured greens, didn't it? The door and the rug were different. But when you're at a distance and you look at that, you can probably still make out it's there. But it doesn't look as bad in comparison to the green. So if I just fall down here, I
heard that.
Yeah, it hurt a lot. My shoes, they're going to turn red. But yeah, can you make that out? Is that, oh well, if I can get the nice render. Yeah, can you see that? Is that as noticeable to you? And again, if I went even further back, da-da-dun, 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 da-da-dun. I'm going further back.
It definitely does blend in pretty well.
It does a lot better compared to the green one. So that's just something for you to consider. During like, I do imagine it would sell very nicely. I do reckon it would definitely make a great resurgence for the Arctic rug. If the green rug almost doubled in price when the green door was accepted, what do you reckon's going to happen to the Arctic rug when that appears? Keep an eye out, people. Keep an eye out. So yeah, regardless, as a whole collection, it could likely all go up in price as well. But I'm still crossing my fingers and hoping we see the camouflage garage door at some point. It was a very good looking garage door. I really want to see it. Right, Mr. Micro, we do have some more deployables over here. We have a very interesting looking. What's this? What's this? It's the reinforced. I almost said reinforced. Reinforced storage. Yes. Oh, what's this? What are you wearing when I'm not around? What's that?
You weren't supposed to look in there.
You shouldn't have put it out. And anyway.
Well, not meant to put a lock on there, really.
Anyway.
Stay out of my box, okay?
Okay.
Stay out of my stuff.
Okay. Reinforced. That wasn't even a plan. That was just weird. What are you up to when I'm not around? Anyway, reinforced storage is here. Now, Mr. Slenoster, who's his partner for this as well? Mr. Slenoster and...
Demon.
Oh, okay. Is it Demon this time and Slenoster, or is it Slenoster and Demon?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not actually sure who gets the attribution for the set. I don't know what they're...
Sometimes some collaborators sometimes like take turns, but yeah, regardless, we know who they are. Demon and Slenoster. They've had 2 doors accepted, the garage door and the single armored door. Yeah, correct. Mm-hmm. And now I'm starting to hiccup, sorry. Now the hiccups have randomly gone.
Did the high poly sculpt, and then Slenoster did the texturing and the...
Let's get a good visual. Let's look at
the final bakes.
Handle with care. It's very delicate inside. Yes, let's get a good look. How about... Let's go that way. There we are. And at night, it does glow. So, we are starting to see more storage skins appearing. As an independent... Well, it's not really... Would you say it's independent? Because it is still part of a collection. But, you know, that's still fine.
Yeah, that is very much in the gray area. Yeah. I recall there being a conversation on TG server about the comics set because the comics box is still outstanding, and I think he said that kind of didn't count because it was already part of a set. Even though it's on a box set, it's like an existing set of items. So I don't know where that falls in terms of qualifying for being part of a set or not, and how that works out, because they said we want things that aren't part of a set. Actually, they didn't say that they were still looking for boxes. They said they would only be accepting boxes if they were highly exceptional. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're looking for boxes that aren't part of sets, but they're just not focusing on boxes at all right now, is what I sort of gathered from it. They may very well pick one, but it's got to be really good.
So, what was I going to say? I need to start seeing some more independent storages because I gotta keep my head in the know of the patterns and the prices and whatnot. All I know is about graffiti storages. I need a clean slate. I'm more of a behavioural pattern guy. Finances, they scare me, but I've made it work. But I need to start seeing some more independent storages. Do you know what I reckon's going to happen? They're probably only going to accept Halloween themed skins. That's what I reckon's going to happen. I could see that. I still see it, Micro. I still see your things. Anyway, we have over here. Oh no, we don't. Yeah, we do. The anti. What are you doing with your life, good sir? And the horn just happened to play just as you put it on.
Well, now I'm feeling self-conscious. I'm going to go back to my cow.
Okay, yeah. You keep your tail if you want. Okay, it's much better to have that than that. Anyway, small box storage could use some love. You are correct, Mr. UPC. We would like to see some more small boxes. We would like to see some more independent storage boxes, but I reckon they're just holding out for Halloween time. October, we'll probably see a whole bunch of spooky and scary things. And then, lo and behold, maybe around in November time, they pick up a new storage collection that sticks around for about 4 months. Nothing wrong with that. But, come on, let's see something being accepted. You asked for it. You asked for independent designs, and you're not accepting any. So picky, so choosy. Anyway, Mr. Micro, what do I have right in front of me? I have the antique furnace. So if I could just go a nice zoomy zoom, take a look at you. Oh, it's a lion. Very nice. Oh, I've zoomed in too quickly. So we quite recently have seen the antique rocket launcher. We have actually been keeping an eye on this collection for quite some time because we were looking at the skins before the rocket launcher was even accepted. You for one happen to run around with your antique camera a lot, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a nice design. Oh, God.
Yeah, well, when the antique hammer first came out, I did show that off as being a nicely done hammer skin. What you see me running around with frequently is the silver leaf hammer. This is my
skin.
And they have a sort of a similar look to them, so I could see why they might be confused.
Okay, it's so bright, I can't see it properly. Right, Mr. Micro, could you quickly turn on the furnace? I want to witness it. No wood.
I gotta get the wood from the other one because I didn't plan ahead.
We're on a tight budget, all right? Don't judge us.
We have to recycle wood here.
So at night, tiger eyes, looking cool. Yes, only the eyes. Only the eyes. Tiger is angry at you. Tiger is built with fury. Tiger burns a lot. It's a nice, simple design. It might not get a lot of investor love, but I could see that getting some appreciation as time goes on. So I like it. I reckon it'll do all right. But I don't imagine it would sell a ton, and I don't imagine people would probably be clamoring for it. But as a person who likes the simplicity of the... well, I wouldn't say simplicity. I like the carved nature of it all. I really do like it, the antique set. I'm interested to see some more weapons out of it, personally, because I thought that rocket launcher looked very nice. I would very much like to see the likes of maybe... I'll even go ahead and say it, an antique AK. Because an AK made out of rock sounds pretty interesting. You might as well just throw it at people. Right, Mr. Micro, how about we start looking at some weapons? Because I've got a lot of them. I've got a lot of weapons.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So cool. Let me just get everything out. We got Forest Raiders. We got Colourful. We got Cold Hunter. We haven't seen Cold Hunter in ages. Spray Can returns. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to show off. So let's just get a quick look at the Forest Raiders AK. There are 2 versions. Well, technically there's 3 versions. I am holding the Forest Raiders version with stock and with the leaves. Not too shabby. So, like, I don't think this will be accepted purely based on the fact that the rest of the Forest Raiders, I like the design of it, but because the rest of the Forest Raiders doesn't have leaves and dog tags all over it, I don't imagine that will be accepted. Just quickly aim down. No helpful aim sight. Not the end of the world. Forest Raiders is well liked. Wait, actually, that is a white tip. I am seeing a bit of a white tip. Or is that just the reflection? I think it.
No, it's got a white dot on it.
Okay. And now we have the regular Forest Raiders AK. Looking very nice. Yep. Aim down. Same exact thing. Shoot. Reload. All good. Forest Raiders being a very beloved, well-invested set. Will the AK stonk if it comes out? Well, we've just recently had the Desert Raiders AK, and you're going to need to take a look at that. That's probably one of the best references to see how well likely these AKs would perform if they are accepted. So, your opinions? Mr. They Live says he prefers the plain version. I could agree. I like that he decided to give this a try, but it just didn't really come out very nicely in my eyes, based on the fact that we've already got it. So, Mr. Micro, I see you're nice and eager to show off what you are. Oh, hello. How are we looking over here, Mr. Micro? Yeah, you got the stockless version right there. Yep. I'm not going to say no. I reckon... Alright, here's the deal. Alright? If you're going to accept that, the leaves version, every other Forest Raiders weapon should have leaves and dog tags all over it as well. I feel like that would be perfectly fine then. But I would prefer, much like They Live, we probably like the cleaner version more. That's something we're definitely going to appreciate more over time. So,
do you remember back when the Forest Raiders hoodie and pants were still on the workshop before they had been accepted? There were 2 versions that existed. One of them had the Forest Raiders mascot emblazoned on the back.
I do remember that. Because
there was a bit of a community. He was looking for feedback, like, what do you guys prefer? And I guess it ended up being the non-logo version. But he's done the same thing now with the weapon set, and he's done some fancy things with the dog tags and the leaves. And I think it's a cool attempt at switching things up, providing a variation. You are allowed to submit a colorway variant, or when, like, for example, the airlock door, we have the blue and the green version. That's perfectly legitimate thing to do. And the same thing here with the addition of the leaves and the dog tags. That's totally fine, and we'll get to see which one is preferred.
Could you hold the
and then
sorry,
the final selection between TGG and Helk, then they'll make the final call.
Could you hold the clean version as well, please, sir?
Okay.
Well, bam. Yeah, I think that flows a whole lot better with the clothing. I'm sure quite a lot of people could agree over here to the left. What's your opinion? Leafy or non-leafy? Forest Raiders, very well liked, very invested into. It very likely could sell a ton, and that could also be a problem. So, Mr. Micro, how about we take a look at the colourful set, because we have some colourful skins to show off now. So one of these colourful skins actually appeared during Complete the Sets. It's a newer creator, so you probably didn't know the rules. He didn't break any rules, but it wasn't likely going to be accepted because Complete the Sets was going on. So Mr. Kent, as we can see over here, he's made an MP5. Very nice, very colourful. The revolver that came out fairly recently did very nicely. Let's just shoot that real quickly. Do a quick reload. Looking very nice there. Yeah. Is this your type of gun, gentlemen? Is this your type of style? We also have the custom SMG real quickly, because we might as well show both if they're both from the same set. So, yeah, custom SMG as well. Give that a quick looky. Looking very nice. Yep. And now we shall take a look at Mr. Micro as he's... Oh, back to being a cow, are we? Yes. So we've got a quick look over there. It definitely stands out quite a lot with that. I hit a rock. I hit the side. How about I look to the side over here instead? Yes. So, nice and colourful, stands out fairly nicely. But at the moment, it's an MP5 and a custom SMG. Not exactly the most in-demand weapons, I'm pretty sure, Mr. Micro. MP5 definitely dropped off since the recall update. And the SMG, I think, did get a little bit of help, but it still isn't favoured much, is it? How about you switch over to the custom? Yes. Oh, ha. Good luck, have fun. I will, Mr. Ken, I will. I'll try. Well, doesn't hurt to try and get people to be happy. Let's just get that in the light. And if you could just quickly switch back over to the MP5, because I didn't look at it in the night time. Have fun. I do like the positivity behind these guns. They're very nice. Thank you, Mr. Ken. Right, so with that out of the way, how about we take a look at the next guns? Oh, a double-barrel shotgun. Mr. Micro, we see the return of the Cold Hunter collection. Anyway, Cold Hunter skins, a beloved skin. Whoa! Look at those fireworks. Oh, that kind of messed up my audio there. Thank you very much, Mr. Perilous. I just see he gifted a sub. Thank you very much for that. Cold Hunter double barrel shotgun. The beauty of the Cold Hunter collection is it's always very in demand. As the very second we hit December time, usually all of the Cold Hunter skins rise up in price, peaking very highly in January, and then they slowly go down. They are a very beloved collection that do get used a lot. Where it's the AK. The sniper did quite alright last year. The bow came out last year as well. How old's the collection? It's like 4 or 5 years old now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been around for quite some time.
Yeah, so it's... I'm surprised there wasn't a skin accepted for the complete the sets. But, you know, maybe he doesn't mind. He's put his double barrel shotgun out now. No more bullets. So yeah, Mr. Micro, how about you strike a pose, and we'll take a look at that. If you recall, you cannot colour the aim sight on the double barrel shotgun, so do remember that. And Mr. Micro, how are you looking over there? Nice and icy, with the snow in the background. Looking very, very nice. Yes. How about we rise up? Look over, look a bit closer. Yeah. Carved out of ice. Do you shoot bullets of ice as well? Icicles, yes.
That'd be great for, you know, one of those untraceable crimes, you know, ice bullets, you know, and then they melt once they do their dirty deeds.
I think someone actually did that. They made a knife out of ice. And what a wonderful way! What a wonderful thing to bring up. Yeah, I think that's actually happened. I've seen a lot of crime documentaries. So let's move over to the crossbow. I didn't realise I had it in my inventory. Hello, Mr. Spray Can Crossbow. So, Mr. Loddy, very successful with the graffiti storage set. They are now moving on to... They moved back into the spray can collection. Remember what I said. When creators get some of their skins accepted for complete the sets, Loddy getting his spray can as the teaser for complete the sets last week, they feel motivated to go back to the collection. And with what we see here, we see a new crossbow skin. Let's just shoot that. Goodbye, Mr. Arrow. Let's reload that. Yeah. All good, all good. Very colourful, interesting design. Crossbow skins tend to do quite all right. We haven't seen... Have we seen Super... We did see the From Hell crossbow fairly recently. That wasn't a very good investment, as of now. But maybe it'll start getting used a whole lot more as we enter October time. Spooky month. Let's see. But Mr. Micro, let's go take a look at you. And, yeah, very nice colourful design there. Ah! Why? As we can see, the string is coloured as well. Very nice, matching up to the sides. Don't you dare shoot me again. It's not very nice. It's not how you make friends. Oh, okay. Original.
Didn't mean to fake you out there.
Original. Don't know what it's trying to say there. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy. It's a bit awkward to read. But, yep, game over. Nice, colourful designs. Nice, interesting crossbow. So, I look forward to it. How about we get the nice sky in the background?
Next to original, that purple text is like a smiley face with X's for eyes. And
Yes.
that it says boom.
Yes, it does. Good eye, Mr. Micro. Now stop shooting my eyes with arrows. As we go back over to here, we have some more skins to show. Why?
Well, that's not your eye.
I see the arrow. You're so mean. Oh, look, now you can keep that in your head. It suits you. Right.
I like that placement.
Yes.
Actually.
Very nice.
And my radio reception just improved dramatically. Thank you.
Happy to help. I want to talk about this LR. I want to talk about this LR. I really do want to talk. I've only just started looking at you. It's so deep inside of you. Oh my god. It's pierced through your very back. I've just frozen.
Me too.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What just happened?
I don't know.
We had a brief rollback here.
Yeah, well, I still got all my skins, so I'm still happy. We've gone back like 10 minutes, I think. So I wanted to talk about this LR300. Even though I don't like LR300 skins in terms of financials, I'm starting to like this one. Where are we? Over here. So, resume. I was about to show it off, and then we crashed, so... Hello, people. Let's try this again. This is the... I've already forgotten the name of it. I've put out the music and everything all day. Let's just kind of get readjusted. So, we are looking at the continuation of the 8-bit collection, the LR300. Got a very nice red aim sight. Red aim sights being the best you can get at the moment, because, of course, we're not allowed to glow in the dark anymore. Yeah. Reflects very quickly, though, doesn't it? Very handy, very useful. Shooty. Reload. All good. Now, the AK came out, and it wasn't like that much, was it? It hasn't been the best of investments. LR300s. Kind of the same boat, aren't they? They're not super well liked in terms of investing. What I'm led to believe is people probably picked out the LR300s they like, and they're sticking with them, and they don't want to touch any of these other ones. But let's go take a nice quick look over at you, Mr. Micro. Let's get a nice look at you. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, the cam lerps. Alright, I can survive without them, I reckon. So,
Okay.
Sorry about this.
Though, right?
It is very hard. When it's all nice and smooth, it's a whole lot nicer. So we'll get a good look at that. So this is kind of meant to represent the old FPSs of the 90s. Very nice looking.
Hold space as you go.
Yes.
Slow you down a little.
That's good. I might have to whack in cam lerps. I'll survive. We've only got 5 more skins. So, LR300, it's got a nice red aim sight, but LR300 skins, not the best investments. Will it get accepted? Maybe. We have seen quite a lot of skins fairly recently. Are you going to try and walk in the dark, are you? Go on, walk into the ocean. Oh, I've walked too far away. Let's go. Goodbye. It's not going to make that much of a difference, is it? Yeah, let's just move straight on with the next skins. So, Cold Flame. We had the Cold Flame double barrel shotgun last week. We have a continuation. Will it be accepted? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Not a bad shout. Looks nice. Got a nice little blue tip right there. Is that helpful in most environments? Kind of. Shooty. Quick reload. Looks nice. Double barrel shotgun, has it done alright? Hello, Claude. Hello, Micro. Hello, Time Bandit. Hello, Polku. Hello, Throat Brogra. Hello, Hyper again. Aquatic. Apple, how you all doing? So, we were doing our showcase, and it broke. So we had a bit of a wait. Now we're back, looking at all of the skins. Let's just take a real quick look at Mr. Micro over here. I don't have my cam lerp, so... there we go. Hot. This is a hot skin. Wonderful. But custom SMG skins, not the best, are they? Candy Floss Sky. Oh, okay. How about if I just zoom out? That looks a bit better. Blue tint. Very nice. Yeah. Oh. This is very hard without the cam lapse, Mr. Micro. Yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about it. We've already talked about SMG skins earlier. Oh, that looks quite nice. Let's get the good lighting on that. Oh, yes. Hot. Right. Now, let's go back to the daytime. Let's flick over to, not that one. We have a continuation of the Retro. What is the official name? The official name is the Retro Blast MP5. Retro Blast MP5. Give that a little spin. A little twirl. Shoot it. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Aim down the sight with a nice blue aim sight. Helpful. Most of the time. Quick reload. No, reload. Okay, guess we're not listening to me then. What's going on here? I've lost control of my own game. Who controls what? What's going on anymore? Micro, I can't control myself. What have I done?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm back. I'm not looking forward to the rest of the stream. I can't. Let's try and finish this quickly before it ends in fire or something. So let's just get a nice quick look at that. Nice style, nice standout colours. Retro style, not super colourful, but not everybody wants a super in-your-face colour scheme. Multitude of rainbow colours and whatnot. So cam lapse not here for me. So what if I press I? Is that better? Oh, I is better. I is better. It just stutters a bit when I look around. I'm very sorry for that. I used to have it nice and smooth. Server crashed. I didn't think to set those in just before. But we're almost done, chat. Almost done. So let's just go back over to here. What do we have left? We have military. So does he call this modern military as well? He was calling his most recent skins modern military. That being Mr. Robstar. Yep. Mm-hmm. So we quite recently had the tools. That's correct. Let's get a quick twirl of that.
Called the modern military SMG.
Yeah, so it's all part of the same collection, but he's calling his recent things modern military. I don't know what's going on there. Not sure if he's trying to make it into a new set or something, but it's all still the same design. SMG skin without a helpful aim sight. Doesn't glow in the dark, of course. Never expect anything to glow in the dark. Aim sights never will glow in the dark, so just point out. And then we have a nice quick zoom. Are you giving us a nice spinneroonie? Let's just get a nice zoom in.
Looking at the little piece underneath the star when you ADS, the pattern comes together right above your hand in a weird way. It doesn't exactly match. It's not like seamless.
The star with the point.
Small detail below the star, like right down the center line.
Yeah, that's not aligned perfectly. You're too much of a perfectionist. Too much. Whoop. Go on.
That's a very small detail, and there may not be a good way to work around that just due to the way the UVs are done. But I'm actually not sure if that's an overlap or an oversight. So,
still, it's sticking with the...
I think that would hold them back from getting accepted. I think that's such a small detail that you would barely even notice it.
Yeah. Very nice up close though. Simple design. Not to make that like sound mean. Like it's not superly flashy. It's not superly colourful, but people do appreciate some simpler things. I think that's everything now, Mr. Micro. I think we actually got through it all, and neither of us died. Neither of us suffered. We do have one final thing that we want to show off though. So, Mr. Micro.
Well, we have two things, I think.
Oh, do we?
We have JPEG.
Oh,
3 armor.
So, I made mention of this. We do have the JPEG Tier 3 in the workshop. And, of course, the very second this appeared in the workshop, people started anticipating. People thought, oh, what else do we have to look forward to? What other collections do we have to look forward to? We only have Black Gold and we have now JPEG. Right? So a lot of very confident people jumped in and started doing buy-orders on the kilt because you don't necessarily care about the vest and the coffee can that much. You care about the kilt. You care about the core pieces. The very second this appeared, yeah, that kilt got so much more buy orders, so much more investment towards it. And as I said, we don't really have anything else to look forward to. We do have the pixel set, as we've mentioned, but we only have 3 things to look forward to, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get Black Gold Tier 2 next week or the week after. There's no good reason for it not to appear. How about the nice candy floss skies, Mr. Micro? Looking very nice. Oh, he's taken his glasses off, has he? What about at night time? Stands out very nicely in a weird way. We've talked about it. It's a gimmick, much like with low poly. It's a style rather than a tech. Well, it is a texture, but they care more about the style of it rather than the colours and the designs of it and whatnot. I'm trying to make a point here. I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. Much like with Pixel, it's all voxel design. This is cell shaded, and low poly is meant to be all sharp edges like low poly. So this did not sell as much as the low poly, which is weird to me. The tier 2. The tier 2 did not sell as much as the low poly. Didn't sell that much as I was anticipating, and I think that's going to flourish very nicely because of it. So keep an eye out for that. So I reckon we will see this at some point in the near future. Not sure when. I'm not sure if we're still doing complete the sets. As we said, we might see some more stuff next week. Let's see how it all plays out. Now, Mr. Micro, with that out of the way, we can talk about the one thing that we wanted to talk about. Oh, you're doing it with that, are you? It stands out a bit too much. I don't think it's helping with the camouflage. It's a bit daft. That looks a bit daft. Not helping. It's not helping you, and you're not going to hide in the bushes that well, are you? So, Micro, how about we talk about the armour that we want to show off? That isn't actually a continuation of a set per se. Like, not a continuation of a set that was accepted, but a continuation of a set that we showed off before. Rather, do you remember the medic set that we showed off about 3 months ago? YouTube wouldn't know, but my chat would. So, Duck, the creator of the copper set, he started to try and make medic collection. He tried to make he started off with medic clothing, wasn't accepted, but now he's decided to give it a shot with the tier 2. Now, Micro, if you could just pause. He's using words, yes. He's I can't speak anymore. He's using the fabric design. Do you remember what the copper had? Like as if the fabric was like stitched in. He's doing the same thing with his armor pieces. So he's now made a copper set. He's trying to make a medic set. What do you reckon would come out after that? What do you reckon he'd do after that? We thought maybe fireman, but yeah, like the design of this kind of parallels well with the copper collection. He's got more stitching here for don't shoot, I'm a medic, please. I do not bring harm. Yeah, so it's also a green collection. That's something I'm a bit wary about because we've had quite a lot of people trying to get a green collection accepted this year. I remember Emerald Quartz. Was it Emerald Quartz? It was Emerald something. Looked very nice. Wasn't accepted. We've seen that Dragon Knight set fairly recently. That wasn't accepted. It probably could. Reptilian was burlap. Yeah, some people. There's been attempts to be the next green collection. Nobody has succeeded other than Forest Raiders.
Oh yeah, that's that. The green one that was almost sort of puffy.
Do you remember the weird? Oh yeah, no, that's Emerald. But I'm talking about the weird night one with the mustache. That was like this.
Oh, yeah.
Charades. That was helpful, wasn't it? So, yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I would like to see it. And what I was alluding to was we used to have an old hoodie for policemen. Well, Duck then made the copper set. So we got a cheap alternative for people to roleplay as the police. Now he's trying to make a medic. Now we've had many medic-style skins in the past. He's going to make this. There'll be a cheap option for the role players to play as a medic. And then what else could we potentially see in the future? Fireman? Have you seen the price of the fireman jacket? Wouldn't mind a cheaper option, would you? So, it's a green set. Does have very red pieces. Did you? I did hear you say earlier. Should we look at it when you look up? What was
Sure, I can show you off the midsection there a little bit.
Yeah. All right, okay. Oh, he's bringing in the night armor. Go on then. You could bring all of that in if you want. I wasn't a fan of the
It's
face
called
mask.
Prince.
Prince, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's hoodie prints and pants prints, but that may just be. It's like the Prince hoodie and Prince pants. I think it's meant to be.
Very, very
I think,
extravagant.
yeah, there is a chest and a face that goes with it, but we're mentioning this on account of the fact that it's green and we don't see a lot of green sets get accepted. This isn't part of an accepted set, and it's not really couldn't be considered a continuation either. It's just it happens to be green, and we're using that as an example of recent green set submitted to the workshop.
So, Mr. Micro, is that a wrap then? Bit of an awkward one, this one. We went on for quite long. It had technical difficulties. A bit of a mistake there. But there was one thing I forgot to mention, and that's for all of the SAR people out there, the people interested in the SARs. We might have shown off all of the relatable SAR skins, but I didn't mention the very, very, most expensive one, did I? And that being the Glory SAR. So, you want to show off the Prince armor real quickly? I don't mind that. Let's go take a quick look at you, Mr. Micro. Let's go there. Let's bring that to night time. So, we don't really want to show off skins that don't have skins already accepted. Like, we want to show off skins in the workshop if they actually have had something in that collection already accepted. But I guess we'll do an exception here just to prove the point. We've had quite a lot of green skins put out this year, but they haven't been accepted. But personally, I don't like that mouth. If he got rid of that mouth, it will probably work out very nice. I might get rid of the crown as well, but other than that, just the hoodie and the pants still looks good. Cheaper green clothing and armor options. A lot of people would like that, and that would be great investments as well. So, yeah, that's that. And let's go take a quick look at the weapons. Because, yes, whilst the Blackout SAR might have a very nice reflective light, or reflective aim sight, don't know why I said light, we also have, if you've got the money, the Glory SAR! How much is this again, Mr. Micro? It's about $55, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is your only glow-in-the-dark SAR skin that's currently out there. And it's very expensive, so if you got the money, why not just spend it all and get that? Or, if you're in a bit of a budget, you got the Blackout SAR right there for you. So, Blackout SAR, getting all the attention, taking it all away from the Nightwatch, might take it away from the OPS SAR. Let's see what happens. Any final words, Mr. Micro?
Moo.
All right, you can go jump in the water now. Go on. Yeah.